guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit of a weirder idea. I kind of just randomly thought of this and I thought, hey, why not roll with it? So today I'm going to be going over what are the absolute hardest items to get in RPG Similar based purely on their drop rates. Any limited event items that aren't based off a pure drop rate, they're not going to be on this list. This is for only items that are dropped and have drop rates. So it's kind of a top 10, but if an item is tied for that rarity level, then it's going to be on there, so it's a lot more than actual 10 things. But with that said, I'm going to get started with the honorable mentions. So my two honorable mentions is the Frost Dragon Scale Plate and the Blazing Flare. Both of these items are very, very rare, coming in at 1.5% drop rate. Yeah, it's saying something when the absolute highest rarity thing on your list is at 1.5%. So the Frost Dragon Scale Plate comes from Hardcore Frost Dragon, Blazing Flare comes from the Sun Test Raid thing against the Soul guy. Yeah, I don't remember its name, but anyways, with that said, let's start at the number 10 spot. So at number 10, I have Underworld Demon Wings, Sword of Love, Puffy Necklace of Safety, Necklace of the Stormbringer, and Hexdaggers all tied at 1% drop rate. So yeah, 1% drop rate is quite rare indeed, and especially the highest drop rate in the entire video is at 1%. That's saying something. So yeah, all these are extremely hard to get. Underworld Demon Wings is from Hardcore Tartarus. Sword of Love you can no longer get dropped, you can only get traded, so trust me, Sword of Love is easily one of the absolute rarest things on this actual list. Just its drop rate during the time period when you could actually get it dropped was 1%. And then next is the Puffy Necklace of Safety. You get this from the Floating Island Wizard Boss, same with the Necklace of the Stormbringer. Hexdaggers you're going to get from completing Hideout. So the Hexdaggers is probably one of my favorite on this list out of the 10. All of these things are at 1% drop rate, super rare indeed. Next at number 9 is Carrot, Blue Easter, Sword of the Heartbreak, Amber Gem Sword, Demon Slayer, and Shadow Curse Pendant. All of these are tied at 0.9% drop rate. Again, these are all still extremely rare items. Both the Carrot and the Blue Easter dropped from Hardcore Easter Raid only, but since the Easter Raid no longer exists in the game, you can no longer get these dropped, making them quite a bit rarer, and the only way to get these are now through trading. Next is the Sword of the Heartbreak, the absolute rarest vanity sword in the game, not counting special code stuff. Yeah, Sword of the Heartbreak is worth a dumb amount of money, and overall it's just a fantastic looking vanity. When you could actually get it dropped back a few months ago, its drop rate was 0.9%. Next is Amber Gem Sword, which is probably one of the rarest mob drops in the game. Just some random mob drops it in the level 250 area at 0.9%. Next is the Demon Slayer. This is dropped from the Spirit Guide. So this is the rarest drop from Spirit Guide at 0.9% and is a very powerful weapon for its level. Next is the Shadow Curse Pendant, which comes from the Shadow World, the Shadow area in World 1. This is one of the absolute rarest low-level items in the game for sure. If you have it, you should feel lucky. It's good for its level, but after its level, it's pretty terrible, obviously. So now the list is going to start slowing down quite a bit. At number 8, I have the Thunderfang at 0.8% drop rate. The Thunderfang is the ultimate weapon that you can get from the Laboratory 1 raid. It is the hardest to get weapon from there and is the rarest weapon there. But it is not the rarest thing in the entire raid. I'll go over that later. Thunderfang overall makes a very good vanity and for its level does quite a bit of damage. So it is definitely sought after and very valuable for people in like the level range of 200 to 250. Anything past that is pretty useless unless you're just using it as your vanity. Next is at 7 is the Titan's Club at 0.7% drop rate. The Titan's Club is one of the rarest, absolute rarest area weapon drops possible. The Titan's Club you get from the Titan Warlord in the Floating Islands. Its drop rate is 0.7%, like I said, extremely rare. I don't know if I've ever gotten one of these to drop for myself. I know I've gotten a lot of them through trading, but if you still have this to this day, this weapon is crazy rare now. Because ever since an update, I don't remember which one it was, but not too long ago, you can no longer farm areas that are not on your level. So if you are a max level player, you literally cannot farm the Titan's Club unless you're using an alt, which kind of makes it more difficult to get. So at number 6, I have the Supernova Aura and the Shurikens of Time tied at 0.5% drop rate. So the Supernova Aura comes from the Sun Temple Raid, where you go against that massive Sun Warrior man. It is the rarest drop from there and is a very powerful aura. I recommend you go after this aura if you do not have a stat aura. It is very, very well rounded. Also tied at 0.5% is the Shurikens of Time. The Shurikens of Time is the highest damaging weapon from the Hideout Raid and is also the rarest thing from there. Shurikens of Time is kind of sought after for its look and its just overall broken stats for its level, and it has just a very, very low drop rate of 0.5%. So if you get this in your inventory, feel very lucky. Maybe hold on to it for a bit to trade for better items and or just keep it for a vanity for yourself. At number 5, I have the Hades Blade of Destruction and the Venom Aura, both tied at 0.4% drop rate. Hades Blade of Destruction is the top weapon from Hardcore Tartarus. This thing is super duper sought after and is mega valuable in the marketplace still. There is only 2 weapons better than it in the entire game, so if you have this, feel extremely, extremely lucky. The Venom Aura is arguably the best aura in the game besides the Golden Wings Aura and the Silver Wings Aura. The Venom Aura is dropped from the Laboratory Raid, and is the absolute rarest drop from that at 0.4%. I've actually never gotten a Venom Aura to ever drop for myself. All the ones I've had to buy off of people. They're not very expensive, so you can get them very easily, but to get them to actually drop for you is another story. It is quite rare. So at number 4 is the Roses Aura. So you can no longer get this drop for you, obviously. You can only get this drop during the Valentine's Day event, and this thing is still worth a crap ton on the marketplace. Its drop rate was 0.3%. The Roses Aura is one of the absolute cleanest looking auras in the entire game, and I definitely want one myself quite badly, but it is just very expensive and overall had a very low drop rate when it was actually in the game. Next, at number 3 is Ice King at 0.2% drop rate. Ice King is one of the absolute rarest weapons in the entire game, and not only that, it is the best weapon in the entire game. And plus, you have to beat all of Hardcore Frost Dragon to even get a chance at getting it. So overall, it is one of the absolute rarest things in the entire game right now. And yeah, 0.2% drop rate is nothing to laugh at. That is so rare, like absolutely dummy rare of an item to get. I'm really surprised like almost anybody even has one, let alone 2. Those people selling them, damn, those guys gotta be so lucky to get 2 of these things to drop for them. But yeah, I cannot wait to get my own. I've been grinding a lot, so hopefully I get an Ice King of my own soon. So at number 2, maybe a little bit surprising, is the True Blue Dragon Katana, or TBDK. Its drop rate is 0.19%. It is possible that it went back up to 2%, but if I am correct, I'm pretty dang sure it is still at 0.19%. So True Blue Dragon Katana used to be basically the top tier weapon. If you had this, you were a god. You got it in Hardcore Nest, which is pretty much a joke of a raid now. You can do it in 10 seconds or less. But yeah, TBDK, it makes a fantastic vanity. It is still one of the better weapons in the game for a level 700 weapon, it is kind of weak thanks to Tartarus being so broken. But yeah, if you have a TBDK, feel very proud of yourself, because even if it is no longer the top dog weapon, it is still very, very rare and a super sought after item to have just in general. So then at the number 1 pick, the absolute rarest item in the entire game based off a drop rate is the pickaxe at 0.1%, which is just crazy rare to get. So where do you get pickaxe? You can only get pickaxe in the mines, which require keys, of course, so you need keys to even attempt to get this thing. I've never gotten one drop for myself. The most has gotten one drop for him. Of course he has. But yeah, the pickaxe, mega rare. If you get this, hold on to that or sell it for massive marketplace value. It doesn't look amazing in my opinion. It's just a dummy rare item to get. So yeah, those are pretty much the absolute rarest items to get. But anyways, with all that said, thank you guys very much for watching this short video. Hopefully you learned something and found it fun to watch. I'm going to make a lot of videos this week. As you can see, I'm getting back in the mojo of things, and hopefully my computer doesn't die on me anytime soon. Thank you for watching, and I hope you check out the rest of my channel sometime later this week. Bye!